Most of the time I'm out here in my pajamas. Okay, so yeah, this is the fit check when I'm out here working most days. Probably the number one reason why I don't record enough throughout the week while I'm doing stuff, and that is because of this. For the majority of the week while I'm working, the van looks like this. Okay, I'm constantly shifting stuff around so I can work in certain areas, and I can't always keep all of my stuff outside because in this season, I mean, it's nice right now, but I can already see that it's going to rain today. It'll be sunshiny for a while, and then we'll get a random rain. Then it'll be sunshiny, then we'll get a random rain. So rather than try to pile everything up out here, I just have to keep stuff in here and work around it right now. And so it's hard because I don't want to record with all this mess in the background. And most of the time I'm out here in my pajamas. Okay, so yeah, this is the fit check when I'm out here working most days. And my hair is just whatever, you know. So I don't feel that the van and myself is very film worthy. So yeah. So I'm just going to try to clean this up a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and put some clothes on, put my space buns in, and then we'll get back out here and hopefully do a tour of what I've worked on. Okay, so we're just going to jump right into my favorite thing of this video, and that is my dash. I posted on the community post, you know, of the majority of what I painted, but I had this little bare spot and I wasn't sure what I wanted to paint there. So I asked for your suggestions, and one of you, I'll pop a screenshot up here, gave me the suggestion of this, and it was brilliant. I loved it. So here it is. It's a flying pig. Now, I'm not completely done with everything. I put some little flowers and stuff here, and I'm probably going to do something similar in the green areas there and here, and maybe something there. I'm not sure. The dash, that part you won't see because the cabinet's going to be in front. But look at my pig. How adorable is that? I always say I'm not a painter. I'm not like a drawing sort of artist. So I wasn't sure if I could do the pig, but listen, I think it looks great. Now, granted, it does kind of look like a butt with wings, but that's okay. That's adorable. That's funny. So we'll go with that. But I didn't draw it or anything. I just used paintbrushes and did my best. And I'm thrilled with how the little piggy turned out. I think it's super cute. I like to add things with meaning. Okay? And this flying pig, it resonated with me. So many people would say that the life I'm trying to live is unattainable. You know, it's just in my head, it's not responsible, it's just not feasible. Okay. So the term, oh, that'll happen when pigs fly, that sits with me. I like that because I want to do the things that people don't believe you can do. Okay. I want to see and experience things in ways that the normal person would think is not possible. So the pigs are flying over here. Okay, we're going to do things that are unimaginable. The pigs are flying here. That's it. That's why I chose to do the pig. I love the pig. What do you think? Do you think it turned out all right? It's backwards in this because it's mirrored, but he's adorable. I love the pig. Let me know what you think in the comments. I also decided just to paint all of the interior of the cab of the van. So it was like a smoky gray looking, and it just didn't fit the vibes. So I went with a multi-surface black. Let me see, hang on. I used this, all right, for all of the black. And then I just used a regular craft paint by Folk Art for the accent pieces in olive green. Now this black, it's washable and it's fine. The green, however, is not. It's going to need some kind of sealer over it, and I'm still unsure of what I'm going to use for that. So for now, I can't get any of the green wet. I can't get this wet because I need to add some sealer. But I think it looks really nice painted. It just makes it look fresh and clean and new. I really like it. I think I might just leave this part black. I was going to paint it like the green too, but I really like that being black. I think I'm just going to leave that. But yeah, what do you think? Does it look better? I think it looks better. You might not remember what it looked like. And I don't know if I have a picture of before, but if I do, I'll post it in the video somewhere. Now up here, gosh, I'm really not sure what all I've done since the last video. I should probably have went and watched it. But I know this is new. I added just some little trim here. All of this vinage up here is done. Not sure if I had it done in the last video, but it's done. It's painted. It's been sprayed with sealer. Now I want to do something with my sun visors. I will probably put some kind of fabric over them, you know, like the decoupage fabric. Not in patches, maybe a pretty print. I'm not sure yet. I need to go to the craft store and have a look around to see what is available. This is Pablo Picasso. I don't know. We're going to call him Pablo, okay? And I found him at the craft store, and I just love his vibes, his colors. He's metal. And I'm going to put some Velcro on his feet and stuff. And he's going to mount up here somewhere. And I'm using Velcro that way if I'm somewhere and the police don't like him on my dash, I can just pop him right off. But he's adorable, and he's going to be my driving buddy. The glare makes it hard to see, but yeah, he's just going to be my driving buddy, and he's so cute. Okay, so one of the big questions is, what did I do to the desk? The one with the transfers, and I messed it up with the top coat sealer. Did I fix it or did I change it? I completely changed it, all right, for two reasons. One, because it was messed up, okay? And I just didn't like that it was messed up. And for two, I made the desk with the ribbon transfers in the very beginning, and they were beautiful, and I loved the look of them. But as the van interior progressed, I didn't like, it didn't blend well for me, okay? It didn't match the vibes in here. It kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, I thought. So I changed it. Now, like I said, it's not completely finished. And what I did is I used the mulberry paper. That's the same thing that I put inside of my trunks here. And I just glued the mulberry paper on, and it gives it a nice earthy texture. And I put some moss around the edge of the doors. I even added some moss in here. So the moss just kind of gives these a soft close, and they won't rock and rattle going down the road. and it kind of closes in the gaps that I had on the top and the bottom of the doors. I'm still conflicted on if I want to put some moss around the edges of the drawer faces or if I just want to leave them as they are. And now that I've changed the look of the cabinet, I'm going to do something different for my drawer pulls. I'm not going to use those vintage drawer pulls because they just don't match the vibes. All right, let me show you what I have created. Okay, so I really wanted something earthy. I thought about buying some geodes and turning them into drawer pulls, but they're kind of expensive and I just couldn't find what I wanted, so I experimented with making one. So this is just a cabinet bolt, okay? And I used clay, air dry clay, and I molded like a little irregular bowl shape with the bolt inside of it. And then on the inside, I'll show you the materials in a minute. On the inside, I used like a purple glass chips, and then this part is a coarse sand that I mixed with some Elmer's glue to make like a sand paste, and I glued that around the edge. I painted on some glitter, and then I put some triple thick sealer. I poured it all down inside of there so it would, you know, fully cure and harden, and then I painted some gold around the edge. But this is the only one I've made because I'm still, you know, trying to decide if this is what I want to do. But basically, you know, it would go in the center, and I would have yeah, geode drawer pulls. And then up here I'm not sure if I want to have two or just one kind of oblong one. Have you ever seen an oblong geode? I'm not sure if they exist. But yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so I started out with the bolt. I added a washer so it would have, sorry for the going in and out of focus there, but I added a washer so it would have a nice big head on it, and I'd have something to clay around. And so I just clayed my bowl on top of this. And when I make another one, I'll show you the process. This was just an experiment, so I didn't film. Then I bought this from the hobby store. It is just glass rocks. I mean, it's not rocks. I mean, it says glass rocks, but it's really just glass chips, okay? That's all it is. And it's colored as purple. I bought some like green too, but I like the purple better. I know, weird, right? Purple over green for me, but that's what I did. And then this quartz white sand. It's really chunky, and that's what I made the edge with. And then I used the triple thick all down inside of there. And it was a process. Making the little geode drawer pulls, it is a process because I have to clay the base, you know, and then that has to dry for like 2 days. And then I just hot glued in the glass and then added the sand and glue mixture, and then I have to pour it full of the triple thick. And you could use resin. I don't like using resin. I usually have skin reactions and lung reactions to resin, so I don't mess with it. But resin would work for this too if you like resin. But so I pour it full of the triple thick, and that needs to dry for several days as well. So it takes a long time to make one of these. Now, I can make them all. You know, I can make all the bases, let the clay dry, and then do all of, you know, do them all at one time, and I can get them all done in a week. But I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out and how durable it was going to be, so I just did one. I think I am going to move forward and make 7 more of these, and they won't all be shaped the exact same. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and make them because I really don't know if I'm going to like it until I install it. So, we'll see. But let me know in the comments, what do you think of my little DIY geode drawer pulls? Do you think they're going to look cute? Or does it look like a disaster? I don't know. I think it's kind of cute, you know. I can admit when something's not perfect, and it's not perfect, but it's different. And I like different. So we'll go with that. This is still wet, it's still drying. You can see the white of the glue that's still drying. If you remember, I needed something to blend the transition of the floors. So I made it like I made these vines with the pool noodle. Then I clayed over it. But this is not durable enough to be in this position. This is going to be a high traffic area. I'm going to be stepping on it. Right now I'm dragging this cabinet back and forth over it, and I've already cut a hole in it because that's a metal cabinet and it's heavy. So I knew I had to do more to it. I just wasn't sure what. And what I did is I took this paisley fabric. It's very thick. And I glued the fabric down. And then I've put a healthy layer of glue over it. And that's just going to make it hard. And when this is fully dry, I'll probably put some polyurethane or polyacrylic, whatever. Whatever I use for my floor when I go to do my floor, I'll put it over this too, and this will just be very durable. It will strengthen it, and there won't be any holes or anything ripped in it. And I've mentioned before, maybe you're new here, the floors are not going to look like this. I have a full artistic plan for the floors, but the floors will be the very last thing I do because they'll have to have several days of drying, and I don't want to be, obviously I'm a messy crafter. I don't want to be crafting over top of my new nice floors. Hopefully they'll stay pretty, for a while before I mess them up. So the floors will be the very last project. So here you can see that I have been making some yarn balls, guys. In the evenings or during the hottest part of the day, I've just been going inside and making yarn balls. It may not look like a lot. This is a lot of yarn balls, all right? Now, all I've got left, branch-wise, is this branch. Okay, I've got part of it to there. But now I do have a lot of the green ones because I'm putting the colorful yarn balls down the center, and then I'm edging all the way around with this olive green and sparkly gold glitter yarn. All right, so this is a lot of yarn balls I'm making. So I'm almost there, almost. I probably just need to go buy yarn one more time, and then the branches will be complete. I'm so happy about that because I'm tired of making the yarn balls. I'm not quite sure if I had all of this painted in my last video, but it's all painted now, and of course the sunshine is going to make everything look dark and black. But in person, I promise it's nice and vibrant and green and beautiful. But I've painted it all, and it's been sprayed with some spray sealer, so it's super shiny. I don't know what I'm going to do with my little man here. I kind of want him to just blend like bark, but then I also want to put some stuff here, but I'm scared if I put some stuff here, it's going to cover up Sylvester. so I'm just going to leave it like this until I make up my mind. But all of the vinage over in here has been painted and sealed. Same on this side, painted and sealed. And I kind of want to put shelves here, but I might just leave this for hanging maybe utensils, cooking utensils maybe, or some coffee mugs, put some little hooks there. Not sure yet, but something is going to come of this space, okay, because that's some nice space I can use. And yeah, there's the look at the rest of the vinage. I just covered the gap and made it, you know, seamless by adding clay and making it like roots or vines or what have you. So yeah, okay, so there's that. Are y'all struggling with flies right now? I don't know if it's just where I'm at. There's no food or drinks or anything out here, but the flies are, they're awful, like by the thousands, I swear. They're just swarming my head in the yard all day, every day. Can't set a drink down. You're going to have little baby flies floating around in there. Okay, so that's it for this video. Not a lot of hands-on footage. And honestly, that's because it's just too hot. I'm not going to go into the crying over it being hot. But I'm having to work early in the morning, take most of the afternoon off, and then I've been working out here late at night with like flashlights and stuff. That's not the best filming. It's not good for filming, okay? My words are not here. But it's not good for filming. It doesn't look good when you're working in the dark. You can't get very good footage. And so this is more of a show and tell. And it'll probably be like this until the extreme heat goes away, because I'm just not going to come out here and kill myself setting up trying to record, because you know the project takes 3 times as long when you try to film it. Right now I'm just coming out here whenever I can and working here and there, and then just filming what I got done at the end of the week. And this is it. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. I think I say that every video, but it is coming along nicely. I'm just working on a lot of the little artsy details, but the bulk of the build is complete, except for the sink and the toilet room. I got to build that. That'll probably happen much later, maybe September. I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna have to cool down. I'm not coming out here playing with power tools, but who knows? Maybe we'll have some nice weather before September. We'll see. Cross our fingers. So let me know in the comments, what did you like better? Did you like the desk cabinet area before with the transfers, even though they got messed up? Or do you like this new earthy neutral style? I like both for what they are, but for this van build, I like the earthy neutral look much better. Much, much better. And also, do you like the way I painted the dash? I think it looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer. And I love the little pops of color with the rainbows and the clouds and the sunshine. And the pig. I really want to know what you think about my pig. Let me know in the comments, because I think it's adorable. Alright, so if you like what I'm doing here and you haven't already, how about subscribing to the channel to follow the process? It's a slow process, but it's a very intriguing process. And if you are already subscribed, if you could do me a favor by clicking the like button, leaving me a comment. I love to read y'all's comments. It brightens my day. And the bad comments just give me a good laugh. So if you don't like it, you're welcome to leave a comment stating that as well. I don't care. A comment is a comment, and I like to read everybody's opinion. Okay, so with that being said, thank you again for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I will see you hopefully next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Have a great week.